Hello and welcome to today's training on the product webinar script. And I'm going to actually take you live to this script. It's actually at this link, productscript.teamdsi.info. But the purpose is so that you can invite people to our product webinars. And the product webinars are great for existing clients and existing associates to raise their belief in the products, to help them learn about the entire product line, and also to help them want to buy more products, right? And really experience the difference of all the products of USANA. Now, this has a bonus script of inviting people who have specific health challenges that I've added to the script. Okay, so many of you already know this script. Well, now there's there's two bonus pages that have been added on. It's the same link. You would just have to basically refresh the page and you will see these two new bonus pages that will allow you to invite somebody who has a health challenge. So this is actually thanks to Lisa Aiello, who requested that I write this script, and I made it today. So let's go right into the script. And I'm going to do that by sharing my screen on Google Chrome. So here we are. All right, and I think you might need to mute some people, Dad. We have some people unmuted. No, maybe it's just me. Okay, so everybody go to product script, or you can just follow along, I guess, if you're watching on your computer, productscript.teamdsi.info. Now, here you're going to see the product-focused webinar script. The invite here is designed for somebody who's an existing associate or an existing client. Hey, first name or nickname, there's a big webinar this Wednesday at noon by Dr. Lad McNamara. He's used USANA with thousands of people. He talks about the science behind what the products do for you. Would you like the details? It's going to be awesome. All right, from there, they say, okay, sounds good. I'm sending you the flyer right now. You send them the JPEG image. You can access the JPEG image at straightforward and proven results under topics, upcoming event links. That's always where the next webinar is posted. Okay, so if you're ever wondering, what's the next webinar? What's the next thing I can invite people to? It's under topics and then upcoming events within the straightforward and proven results group. Then you say all of the info is on the flyer above. You can click on this link to join at the time of the webinar. And of course, that's the link that takes them directly to the webinar. You must type out the entire link. Okay, now, many of you have already used this script. Will you be watching it on your phone or computer? Okay, make sure you download Zoom. The most important part, the day before the event. Hey, first name, I'm excited to be with you at the doctor's event. Were you able to download Zoom Cloud Meeting? Okay. 2 to 3 hours before the event. See you in a few hours on Zoom. It's going to be a fantastic webinar. And then 20 minutes before the event. Hey, first name, I'm logging on early. Here's the Zoom info once more. You send the link. The waiting room is open so you can join anytime. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so that is the script that gets them going. Now, there's obviously situational texts, and many of you already know these and you've used them before. So I'm not going to go into these in detail, but they are in all the different situations that you come across if the person doesn't respond, okay, which we have that happen a lot, so you have to know what to do. Now, of course, you have the scripts to schedule the enrollment phone calls, which are very important because after the meeting, you want to go right into just calling directly the people that were on the webinar. Okay, so these are immediately after the webinar. Hey, first name, it was so great being with you on the webinar. I normally do a quick follow-up call to get your feedback and answer questions. Can I call you here at time, or would the next day at time be better? But I like to call people directly. Like if they've been on, my hottest or my best prospect, I'm not even gonna send a text. I'm just gonna call them directly. The webinar's over at 6:45, I'm calling them at 6:46, just directly. Now, if they answer, great, we go into the next script. If they don't answer, then I would send these texts, okay? If you have lots of people on, then you have to send texts because you can't talk to everybody at once. So these are the texts that you do to schedule the call, send the confirmation text as well, okay? Once the call happens, wait, hold on. There's one more part. If your guest did not show up, okay? If you have somebody you invited, they didn't show up. Hey, first name, we missed you at the event, but I have good news. There's a Facebook video recording from a previous webinar that you can watch. Would you like me to tag you in the video and we can do a quick call afterwards to connect? They will say yes. Okay, perfect. I'm going to add you to our Facebook private group so you can watch the video. Just a sec. You add them to the group. Check your Facebook notifications. The group is called Straightforward and Proven Results. Did you accept my invite into the group? Okay, so you add them, you tag them on the Dr. Ladd McNamara Explains USANA Optimizers under the science topic, and then you follow up with them. Okay, and then there you use the confirmation texts. That you've got to really get them on the phone. That's the most important part of the process, is the follow-up. Okay, now once the phone call happens, you always want to enroll with an expert if you can. Now, your clients trust you, but they don't respect you as the expert. So the best associates connect a third party to build respect and credibility to the exposure. This is the key to having great results. So you always start off by saying, hey, first name, before I ask what you thought about the trial or the video or the webinar, is it okay if I get my mentor on the line because he's helping me through the process? Okay, thanks. I'm going to do a three-way call. Please hold just a second. Connect your mentor on a three-way call. First name, I want you to meet, and you introduce your mentor. Many of you already know this whole process. If you don't, contact your mentor in USANA and get your questions answered. But the best way is to actually do it live. You know, have a prospect. Use step one, three-way in the mentor. Mentor goes through, visits with your prospect. Okay. If your expert is not available, sometimes you don't have an expert available, then you just start right here at step 1A. And you say, hey, so before I ask you what you thought about the webinar, I just want to share my 30-second story. And then you share your story, and then you ask the closing questions. Okay, so all of this is part of the doctor script. And you offer them the product bundles available in Straightforward and Proven Results, product bundles available. Okay, so when you go to that Facebook group, again, under topics, you can find all of the product bundles available that we're currently offering, and that's what you send on the closing call. All right, so then you go on, where would you like your product shipped, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, it's only $9 more to upgrade your account into a tax write-off. It would be an associate account that pays you 10% on any clients that you invite to future online events. It's a smart move. Would you like to add that to your order? Okay, many will say, yes, I will add that. For the tax write-off and sending paychecks, they need your social security number. What's your social? Okay, so now you be silent with confidence as they give you their social. Your tone and delivery creates certainty for them. I want to give a big shout out to Pat Fritz, who enrolled a new associate last week. Great job, Pat. Very exciting. Or I don't know if it was a client or an associate, but I know it was a great new friend that you got started. So great job, Pat Fritz. Okay, great. Welcome to the USANA family. I'm excited for you to have great results. I will process your order right away and set up a future auto order discount, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Now, if they want to be a client only, you read them the top of page 7. But if they want to be an associate, you read them the middle of page 7. Okay, so here it is. If they want to become a customer, you read all of this to them. Okay, these 2 paragraphs, and you schedule the follow-up call. And if you do that, then you're going to talk to them in a week and go over their products with them. All right, now when you get a new associate started, you do the same 2 paragraphs, but instead of the product opening call, it's the first hour training within 24 to 48 hours. Now, sometimes people aren't ready to do it that fast, so then you could do it later in the week, but you're trying to talk to them and do their first hour training within the first 1 to 2 days so that you can get them results. Okay, and make sure you send handwritten thank you cards in the mail the next day, because you will stand out and they will be loyal and reorder. Happy clients are the best advertising that money cannot buy. You might have prospects that need more time before buying, right? Like they're not ready to buy right now. Then you read them these 2 paragraphs and you schedule the follow-up call and you sign them up on the next follow-up call. Okay, so you're prepared in all the scenarios. Remember that many people need 4 to 6 exposures before they enroll. Continue to schedule follow-up calls and find different pieces of info to give to them. If you keep inviting them to review more info with zero pressure, they'll eventually enroll. Keep an open mind and a patient heart. If they stop responding, let them go. But if they continue to keep their phone call appointments, they will eventually enroll. Okay, if they did not buy initially and they needed a few days, then now if you're calling them, let's say a few days later, because it was a scheduled phone call, get your expert on the line and introduce your expert. Or if the expert is not available, then start here. But basically what you're doing is you're asking closing questions again, and then asking if they want the products or if they want to get their order done. And if they do, you just keep following the script. It's very simple. It's basically a copy-paste repeat of the prior closing script, just with a few different questions on the front end, okay? So this is a script I always use if I'm following up with somebody who did not buy on the first night. Okay, once you do the welcome call, when Pat Fritz, when your new client gets her products next week in the mail, Sue Ann will be guiding you, and you will be using this script. This is the product welcome call, where you walk your new client or associate through their products. Okay, so it's a script. You read the whole thing. If they got skincare, you send them a skincare link. If they got shakes, you send them a shake link. If they got Rev3 stick packs, you send them the stick pack link. You go over the dosages of their vitamins. You tell them their pee is going to be bright yellow, but that's totally normal. Do you have trouble swallowing pills? If so, then you read this. And then you schedule a time to talk in a week to go over their online account. You have to do an account overview the next week to teach them how to reorder. That's your residual income. You want to get them first a good product experience on their first week, and then the next week go over their online account. Okay, and to prepare them, you go to this link. And I'm not seeing my extra page. Okay. See if I hit refresh, if my extra page, my bonus pages show up for you. But they're not showing up. Okay, I'm going to share the original PowerPoint, and I will make sure that I refresh the, we must have had a breakdown in my web upload here. Okay, I'm just going to show you my original PowerPoint. I actually think I might need to pull it back up. One moment, please. Nothing's ever perfect in this crazy world, so thanks for your patience. You're gonna like this script. It's gonna be worth the wait. All right, let me go ahead and display it. I have it now. As long as I can zoom in, we will be in business. All right, here we go. All right, specific health concern with a live doctor webinar as the initial exposure. Okay, so you would say text like this: hey, first name, I know you've been dealing with blank. Okay, whatever health concern they're dealing with, this is like a friend of yours. Hey, first name, I know you've been dealing with a certain health challenge. I thought of you because I have several friends who have had really great results taking some specific nutritional supplements. I'm sure you're totally happy with what you're already doing, and I'm not sure if you'd be open, but if you want to get more information, I can get more information, get you more information about it. Okay, so you send that, and what's your friend going to say? They're probably going to be like, yes, what is it? Then you say, there's actually a webinar on Wednesday at 6 p.m. by Dr. Rob Sinnott. Or you'd say, there's actually a webinar on Wednesday at 12 noon Central by Dr. Lad McNamara. He has given products to thousands of people, and it's the best thing you can watch to get the info. Does that time work for you? Okay, I know, Jelena, you had asked for a script like this. If you have somebody with a specific health concern, all right, okay, here's the link. I'll be calling you afterwards to discuss. And then you do the same confirmation texts that you did before, right? Hey, first name, I'm excited to be with you on the webinar. 20 minutes before the webinar, immediately, I guess you could say immediately after the webinar. There you go. Immediately after the webinar. If you have too many guests at once, like if you had like 6 or 7 guests, then you call the most serious one first. You call the one you have the best feeling about first. Call them directly. But if you had like 6 or 7 guests or 10 guests, then you got to text everybody else. Hey, first name, I'll be calling you here at time to ask you a few questions about the webinar. So you've got to be ready. During the call, you say, is it okay if I get my mentor on the line? I'm still in training and he's helping me through the process until I can do it on my own. And then you go back up to page 5 and do the product focused webinar script with the expert. Okay, now if your person let's say you don't have a webinar and you still want to do this. You can use a YouTube video as the initial exposure. So you can actually use the same process without a live webinar because we don't always have a doctor's webinar every single week. So you would say, hey, first name, I know you've been dealing with XYZ. I thought of you because I have several friends who have really great results taking some specific nutritional supplements. I'm sure that you're happy with what you're already doing, and I'm not sure if you'd be open, but if you want, I can get you more information about it. They'll say, yes, okay, there's actually a recorded webinar I can send you. It's kind of long, but you will get the idea after the first 10 minutes. And if it resonates with you, you can watch the rest. If I send it to you, when do you think you'll be able to watch it? And then they're gonna say, you know what, I can watch it on Wednesday. Okay, that works. Is it okay if I call you after you watch it? I'm being trained on how to walk people through, and I have to ask you a few questions afterwards. They will say yes. Okay, sounds good. Here's the link. The video features Dr. Ladd McNamara, who has used the products with thousands of people. I will be calling you at time later tonight or tomorrow. I hope you have an awesome day. All right, this is exactly what Pat Fritz did to have her person enroll on Friday night, and she made a very large order, and she's very excited about it. And Pat Fritz, can you type in the chat what happened after she watched this video? Because I believe it was this exact video. It was a 1-hour video of Dr. Ladd going through all of the products that inspired her to be on, to go ahead and make a big order. Now, confirmation text, again, the most important thing. Hey, I'll be calling you here at time, talk to you in a bit during the call. Is it okay if I get my mentor on the line? I'm still in training and he or she is helping me through the process till I can do it on my own. And then you go back up to page 5 and you 3-way in the expert and you finish the process. Okay, so this is the 2 bonus pages that you can now use to help somebody either get on a live webinar or use the YouTube video as an extra exposure. So if you love this script, type in love in the chats, and it will be added to the link I showed you at the beginning of the webinar. I look forward to hearing about your success with this script, and I look forward to hearing about it soon.